Hey guys, John here, and welcome back to the Super Awesome Geek Show. This time, let me take you back in time to talk about one of the greatest toy lines ever created, the one that started it all for most of us, Star Wars from Kenner. Yes, one of the greatest variants. We're going into another variant video here, another moment in history, but one of the greatest variants was Blue Snaggletooth. Ooh. Here he is, Blue Snaggletooth. This figure is awesome. He's a variant that later was changed into a red Snaggletooth, which we saw in the beginning and we will see again. This action figure had a mistake, was a big mistake, a big mistake. He was given, I guess the design was given to Kenner Toys based on a photograph that only showed him from about the waist up, and they assumed he was the same size as any other figure. They designed the lower half, given his legs and boots, and put him out in the line, just like that. And then later on, Lucasfilm came back to Kenner and said, whoa, he's actually a short guy with furry hands and furry feet, and we're going to put him in a red jumpsuit. So Kenner changed the mold, and this is what we have today, the red-suited small Snaggletooth. The head sculpt pretty much remained the same. The arms stayed the same length, but they got furry hands instead of gloves, and then they totally resculpted the feet. I think the body sculpt stayed the same, but they totally resculpted the lower legs and the feet. Now, the blue version of Snaggletooth first came out in the Cantina Adventure set, and as far as I know, it was the only way to get him. The only way to get him was, one, in this Cantina set, or two, there were some people who got him as a mail-away figure when they wrote in and requested figures. Both things, I think, came from the Sears catalog, shown here, and you could order it, and you would get this cardboard play set with plastic foot pegs that would come in. The backdrop had all this cool stuff with droids and Jawas and stormtroopers and things on it. And then there was a bunch of plastic parts that stuck in the bottom there that would make foot pegs for the figures. When you opened the box, you got the Cantina playset instructions. You got a booklet and the pegs and 2 boxes full of figures. The 2-pack box number 1 is the one that had Greedo and Snaggletooth, this blue version of Snaggletooth. Both of them were in Kenner bags. There's an example of the Kenner baggie. And then we've got my Snaggletooth out of the bag here. Now, the red version of Snaggletooth, he could come the same way. You could get him as a mail-away thing from the Sears catalog. But you could also get him on card. He was first put out on this Star Wars card back from Kenner. Really cool carded action figure. One of the prizes in my personal collection. I love this. The bubble's a little bit dented on my example, but I don't care at all. I've got a big crease on the card, but again, I don't care at all. I love this action figure, love this card back. And this card is what we call a 21 back. The red Snaggletooth first came out on a 20 back card, and then the second card is what I have here, the 21 back, where you could collect all 21 action figures. The 20 back had a Boba Fett offer, and the 21 back showed Boba Fett on the back. The first 12 figures are there on the right, and the new 9 figures are on the left here in the larger pictures. You could also get images. There were images on the bottom of all the play sets and the collector's case and the dewback, which were one of the first vehicle, I guess you could call them. Notice the dewback looks totally different than what we actually got from Kenner. He looks weird in this picture, doesn't he? And here's the red Snaggletooth as we got him and know him today. Now, both of the characters had the MFG 1978 Hong Kong COO GMFG, I guess this is, right? General Mills. GMFG 1978 Hong Kong. Same. They both basically had the same COO markings on the back. And you could get them with a black gun. Most of them had a black gun, but you could also find it in the blue-black gun. Here's a good look at the blue Snaggletooth. And for the purposes of showing it off with some variety, I've got the blue gun, I guess you could say, in here. I think he mostly came with a black gun. I think most people did get him with a black gun. But he also had the blue-black in some cases. I'm not sure if it matters which weapon you put with him. I think some super purists would probably say always give him a black gun. But I know that he came with more than just the black one, so you could do whatever you want. The red Snaggletooth, now he did mostly come with the black gun. My carded version has a black gun in the box, and I always give him a black version of the Smuggler Blaster. I call this the Han Solo Smuggler Blaster, or something like that. I love Snaggletooth. I think this is a great action figure. I always pick him up if I see him for $5 or less. I can't leave him on the table. The Cantina and aliens in general. So we're getting close to the end here, guys, and here's a little stinger about our Diablo IV game giveaway. And don't forget to check out our contest going on right now, a giveaway for a copy of Diablo IV Standard Digital Edition. You can enter between now and May 1st. Join as a member of YouTube to keep informed, or join us on Patreon as a supporter. Check the link in the description for more details. Well, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I do appreciate it. Here is our blue Snaggletooth with red Snaggletooth side by side. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at this one. I hope you learned something, maybe. I hope you got a good look at both of these action figures. Let me know if this is a variant that you're going to chase down for your collection, or do you already own the blue Snaggletooth? I'm always curious to know the story behind how you got your blue Snaggletooth. Mine was picked up for just $4 off a table in the early 90s. I came upon a guy who had a cardboard box full of action figures, and as always, I just asked how much for the entire lot, and we made a deal, and I walked away, and it averaged out to be about $4 per figure. And the blue Snaggletooth was in that cardboard box with all the other figures I bought that day. And the guy even pointed them out. He goes, there's one of those blue ones in there. That one's the Sears one that is I guess it's a little bit harder to find. So it just goes to show deals can be found, although that was way back in the early 90s. So, But I actually think back then we didn't think it was as rare or hard to find as it ended up becoming, So, yeah, there's always that. Alright, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I do appreciate it. I'm John. I'm out of here. Remember that you were always appreciated. And stay awesome out there, everybody. We'll catch you on the next one. See ya.